Yeah, man,
Yeah.
with a little melody on the acoustic
I
thing
hear
and
you.
put some real lyrics on that. Yeah, man, I love that kind of music. So
Yeah.
I would like to make it. I
Right.
think loads of rappers and musicians will tell you they didn't write things for a purpose. You just wrote it just because you was just...
It was the feeling
getting
at the
it out.
time. Yeah.
Doing the deep freestyle all the time, you think, raw, bro's always depressed.
Yeah. You're always in your feelings.
And I'm not, but I can be. I was in good shape. I was feeling good.
Okay.
I'm like,
yeah.
yo,
Yeah. Things were
I
aligning.
said, it's danger this year. I said, listen, this year's dangerous.
I hear you.
Talk to me nicely.
Period.
'Cause I'm back.
Hey, guys, I'm back. Welcome back to Conscious Conversations. It's your favorite girl. Okay, we've been keeping up this year. Okay, beginning of the year, we're consistent. We're doing things. Today, I want to introduce you guys to my special guest. Okay, we've got Big Jest in the building.
I'm here. Talk to me.
How are you? How's life?
I'm nice.
Yeah?
Life's not too bad.
What's new?
Boy, a lot of stuff's new. Just put out a new song last week.
Nice.
Punchline King. So
Yes.
I'm working on that. New music, loading it up, planning new things.
Sick.
Scheming.
Talk to me about Punchline King. I was actually listening to it on my way here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I've like dabbled into your music and I've listened to a lot. Obviously, I watched you in Rap Game. That's kind of where I was like, oh, okay, this is the guy. And then you won, and I was like, yeah, lovely.
You doing all right?
I would still say personally, the Kenny All Star freestyle takes it for me.
Thank you. I get that a lot.
Yeah,
so,
do you?
Yeah. I get
Really?
that. Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
I get it. It's one of my favorite things I've written. I'll say it's one of the best things I've written.
Yeah. It's also quite different to, I think, a lot of the sound that you've put out there.
Yeah, I've done stuff like that, but it's more like on a rare occasion.
Right.
Like a once a year. Like I do Winter Flow, so
Okay.
I put out Winter Flow 5 in December, I think I put it out.
Yeah.
Which is a freestyle, which is not sonically exactly the same, but it's a similar kind of energy.
Yeah.
It's a deep rap, personal, vulnerable type, spilling.
Yeah.
I did the first one because I was just venting, innit?
Yeah, of course.
As you do. I
Right.
think loads of rappers and musicians will tell you they didn't write things for a purpose. You just wrote it just because you was just...
It was the feeling at
getting
the
it out.
time. Yeah.
And then you're like, should I drop this? Sometimes man don't even drop it. Like man's got tunes I just wrote because I was venting and it just probably will just never come out.
Really?
But yeah, definitely. But then that was one that I did back in 2018. Dropped it. People liked it. Did it again. But like you said, it's something that I don't do as often.
Right.
But you know, it's a techie frequency to be on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know about everyone else, but me, if I'm writing something like that, I'm feeling it, innit?
Right.
So it's like you almost have to go to that place to write it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't be that good.
100%. I agree.
I could just surface write it, but then it's gonna be hollow, like, do you know what I'm saying? So to write from that place all the time
Right.
is draining. You can't. I mean, some people can, but then that's why some people will go away and do an album in a year.
Yeah.
If you want that kind of music, I'm not dropping a song like that every week.
Hey.
So pick. Do you want me to be consistent?
Like, what do you want
or you
from
want
me?
that all the time? Because if you want that all the time, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not dropping every week, bro.
Yeah. I hear you.
Do you
I
get
hear
me?
you. Oh, do you feel like your audience is very demanding?
I feel like the scene is just very demanding.
Okay.
I wouldn't say my audience is more demanding than anyone else's.
Well, right.
I would just say like, yeah, people are like, oh, what are you dropping next? But it's a good thing. Like, it's like they want to hear music from you. So
Yeah, they're looking up
you
for
can't
you.
ever complain at that. But yeah, man, I'd say more so than them being demanding, like wanting it regular. I think I do different types of stuff. So I want a tune like this.
Yeah.
So like people who like the Punchline King type stuff,
Yeah.
they want me to drop something like that.
Okay.
Then people who like the Kenny freestyle or Winter Flow type stuff, they're like, when you're dropping something like that.
Right.
And then I'll do something else. And it's like, oh, we need more songs like this. So it's more a case of trying to keep everyone happy. I like all these different types of stuff.
So what is the one genre you would say that maybe might be so out of your natural take to music, but you would do it if the audience asked for it?
Out of my natural skill set.
Well, yeah.
Oh no, I mean that I would do.
Yeah. Like, what's the most experimental sound-wise you would go?
You
How
know
far?
what? All things rap, I'd say, is not that experimental. Like it's
Right.
experimental, but for me, I'm quite comfortable.
Yeah.
So like someone who only does something like this might be like, oh, I couldn't jump on that. But me, I'll try melodic rap. I've done all these things before. So anything in the rap pocket, be it the Afro type music or the deep rap type stuff or the jumpy, trappier stuff or the drill stuff or the melodic stuff, all of that, I can do that.
Okay.
And I like my version of all those things. Obviously, my spin is different to other people's.
Right.
But outside of rap, probably... know the thing I would try?
What would you try?
Nah, you know what I would try? Yeah?
Go on.
Like, you know, like the acoustic vibes.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Like the
100s.
melodic. I love that shit,
Yes.
you know. I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
I'll be in the back, you know, when someone's hitting the rap, I'm like, yo!
Wheel it, let's go again.
Yeah, man, with a little melody on the acoustic thing and you put some real lyrics on that. Yeah, man, I love that kind of music. So I would like to make it because I love it. But I've never tried it to know how that's going to come out.
Why?
Man's not a singer like that.
Yeah, but, you know.
No, I can hold don't get me wrong. I can hold a little melody still.
Swear it down. Is that you?
In the studio. You're not catching me out. Before you even start talking crazy.
Is this pre-edit or post-edit?
No, I can hold down what I can do. You get me? So
okay, I get you.
I'm not saying that you get me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't win the Masked Singer or not.
No.
Man's not winning that.
I hear you.
But I can do what I can do with my voice written to suit myself. Don't tell me to go and sing
Alicia Keys.
Yeah, it's not that thing.
Yeah.
But something that I've wrote for myself in my own pocket, I can work. I think everyone's got a voice. You just need to know how to use your own
agree.
voice.
I always say everyone can sing. It's just about how good you are,
it's levels,
how you develop.
Layers, and staying in your lane.
Yeah. I can sing. Somehow, some way.
Just know your lane and stay in it.
Period. I'm in my lane, honey. Welcome to the podcast.
That's all it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like there's a lot more pressure to release music now because of how publicly out there you are now?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah? Most
definitely.
Why?
Because people are expecting it now.
But do you because my thing is this, maybe I'm an anomaly or a weirdo, but cool, there's a certain amount of pressure I'll let get to me audience-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's like dropping episodes or being creative or whatever, there's a certain amount of pressure I allow myself to gain through social media.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I feel like I am my biggest obstacle. Like, I give myself the most pressure. I'm
definitely the biggest person that's on my own case, 100%.
Yeah. So, but do you feel like there's a transition? Because obviously, I would say would you say pre-rap game? Would you think that's your turning point in terms of like your public?
Yeah, I would say the last 2 years have been good musically in general.
Sick.
So it's like, I was doing a couple things that was working. I put out a song that was doing well, doing a lot of streams, which is now my highest stream song, Gulag.
Lovely.
So that was going off at the time. And then I started like doing TikTok stories, and then I turned them into short films on the YouTube, and I was working with Link Up on that, and that was all going well. So all of that stuff was kind of bubbling and kind of jumping for the last year, but even before Rap Game. Then I went on Rap Game, and then obviously that took it up to another level. So I'd say in the last 18 months or so is when people, the expectation has been there. Before it was always like, everyone who would hear me would be like, bro, you're sick. Like, why not? Why are you not?
Yeah.
But now it's like the expectation rather than saying you could or should.
Right.
It's like, what's next? We need to, do you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say the appreciation for what I do is higher. I'll say because it's on a bigger scale, it's shifted to a new perspective a bit. It's like it's gone from them rooting for you to them expecting.
Yeah.
Which is where the pressure comes in.
Right.
Because people rooting for you ain't no pressure.
Yeah, of course.
Or people expecting you to do something or expecting your next tune to be X, Y, Z, which obviously that I'm not really stressed about because I'm never going to put out a song I don't think is sick anyway.
Period.
So people saying your next song's got to be, that's not really going to affect me because the art's going to be what the art is. You know
the song will speak for itself.
Yeah, like I need to like it. I need to leave the studio gassed.
Period.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
So if that's not the case, then it doesn't matter what anyone else is saying to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gassed. Like I've got tunes that never came out, and it's like I want gassed. I'm not one of those people who's like, every song I drop
has to be like released. Yeah.
Like every song, like, you know, because some band, it's like, I always never understood how people can't see
See what?
It's something's meaty. Like,
oh yeah. They don't know. They
I remember
have
being
like
younger, bro. Like, I remember being younger and seeing people that obviously was much older than me, so maybe it was easier for me to equate.
right,
But people that was further in the artistry than me,
right.
and knowing that I'm not there right now.
Yeah,
But maybe as
you
a
knew.
16-year-old,
Yeah,
it's easier to digest that because
Right.
it's like I started when I was young, so nobody expected me to be on the same level, artistry-wise. Talent and like you being in your bag in terms of your craft, it's two different things.
Yes,
like,
I
you could be
agree.
super talented, but you ain't really crafted your skills
Right.
properly.
Yeah.
So you're not going to compete with certain man that's deep in their artistry. But I just feel like if you listen to music enough and you know enough and you like and you're self-aware enough, you can see when something is below standard.
Right.
And I don't mean creatively speaking, because your creative is up
It's
to
an
you.
individual, it's subjective.
But
Yeah.
in terms of, do you know what I'm
The
saying?
project itself as a final piece.
I think sometimes people cut corners.
Interesting.
Yeah, man, people cut corners, man, because if you take your time and actually do the hours and no one to say 10,000 hours and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It sounds, do your 10,000 hours. People are like, yeah, you can stop talking about do your 10,000 hours. That's a motivational speaker, but allow me. It's not actually literally that, but it's like, it might take someone 10,000 hours, it might take someone 20,000, it might take someone 1,000. Like,
right.
It's not about the actual thing. What it's about is, did you take time to craft what you do?
To perfect your craft.
To try and make it the best at what you do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do what anyone else is doing. I'm saying whatever it is you do, is
in
this
your
the
lane.
best version of it.
Right.
And then obviously for me, it's like, okay, cool. I do different things. So it's like, okay, cool. Which one you're going to pick? That's a different discussion.
Yes.
But say, for example, when I did the Kenny All-Star freestyle, that's a version of what I do.
Yes.
And I felt like that's the best I can do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
With
like,
that part of you.
Yeah, this particular lane that I like to dabble in sometimes, this is a very good representation of it. Where I feel like I walked in, did my best work and walked out. And therefore I don't mind. Because if someone don't rock with it, they don't rock with it. But I know this is I'm happy for that to represent me.
Right.
So if you looked at every song or everything you put out, like, are you happy for this to represent you? I think you would move a bit different.
Right.
And someone said that to me one time. It kind of bugged me out. I was like, allow that talk, brother. I'm not trying to hear that right now.
Right.
No, because they're like, would you be happy for this song to represent you in 10 years' time? Or would you be happy for every time you put something out, would you be happy for your kids to pick up and say, oh, this is what your dad used to do, here's the song?
Right.
And that's techie because not every song's meant to be like that.
Yes. And not everything you put out there is,
that's tough.
You grow and you learn and things change in 10 years.
That's tough for me because when I want to be, I'm quite a deep person.
Right.
I would like to tap into a certain frequency. And I feel like I'd like those sides of me to stand the test of time in terms of what represents me.
Yes.
But when I'm just having fun, I'm literally just having, like if I'm on a tune talking about Gyalem and rare tear and tear, this is not the thing that I want you to play on my funeral.
God forbid.
You know what I'm saying?
God forbid.
But it's something that I still enjoy making.
Yes.
But then it's like you're caught between, bro, but then what are you doing? Like you know what I mean? It's kind of, it will bug you out a little bit if you think about it like that all the time.
So do you think, how often do you think about that? Because for me, I always say, and I've said this before on my podcast, like my biggest fear is to put something out there that can miseducate or misguide, because I don't ever want to misguide nobody. And I think me personally, like I'm a woman of God. So God is in my life all the time. Like everything centers around God, everything that I do. So thoughts like that I think of on a daily basis. I'm like, and it's not, and I understand it's a very idealistic thing to be like, well, in 10 years, like, or if I passed away, like, how am I gonna be represented, or what's gonna be left of me, or But there's a point in your life where you just go, you know what I'm doing now is gonna get me to where I need to be to do better. Do you get what I'm saying? And not all of that is pretty.
And also, not all of me is pretty.
Yeah, of course. So it's like, yeah, you're an individual.
There's different sides to me, but then my problem is, one of my fears, not fears, I wouldn't say it's a fear, but something that I would really not like,
right,
is if people took my content and didn't receive me as I actually am.
Organic, how you
so like
put it out there
misunderstood who I am through what I put out.
Right.
Because I'm quite happy with who I am.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, someone that's open enough to say that, raw, like, I'm trying to be better in
Yeah.
many different ways.
Yeah, you're
Not
not
that I'm
perfect. I'm not the best.
But like, I feel like if you actually understood me, and then I'll then be happy for you to make your judgment. It's similar like I said, when I did that freestyle, it's like, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Judge it how you want.
Right.
But the problem is sometimes people are not really receiving it right.
Yeah, but
so it's like you're misunderstanding me.
Yes.
And then you're going to get... But then the scary thing is, you'll never know how people see you.
Once you're publicly out there, you have no control over people's perceptions of you.
None.
Point blank, period.
Yeah,
because there are going to be people, you could, someone said to me, Miriam, you could sit in the front of the camera and read the Quran and you'll still get people telling you X, Y, and Z. Do you get it? So it's like stuff like I always say to people, like, take the good with a pinch of salt, take the bad with a pinch of salt, and just do your thing.
No, but you know what it is? I don't care what people say about me.
I hear it.
So it's like, it's not like in the humblest way possible, if you said I'm really good or you think I'm really shit,
it doesn't change your life.
It doesn't change what I think about me. I mean, that's the main thing. It's not that I'll just ignore everyone's opinions, but it's not going to change what I think about me.
Yourself as an individual.
So it's like, it's kind of like, if the good things make your head big, the bad things are going to shrink you down to nothing.
100%.
Do you get me? So for me, it's kind of like, know what you're on first. Like, I know what I think of me first. And then whatever you think,
that's your business.
It's cool. Unless you mean a lot to me,
right?
Then it might matter to me.
Right.
But mine's not about what they think of me. It's about like,
how can you see me like that?
No, it's about legacy almost.
Okay,
it's like I don't want to stand for something that I'm not.
Yes.
I don't want people to look at me and think like I was about something that I'm not.
Yeah, or you advocated towards something
for something that I'm not.
Yeah.
Or
you're a part of something that you're really
believe in. I just want to somehow leave behind me or put out parts of me that can most accurately represent what I'm on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And doesn't mean I'm perfect, but like that's why I do different types of shit, because if I was doing the deep freestyle all the time, you think, raw, bro's always depressed.
Yeah, you're always in your feelings.
And I'm not, but I can be though.
Yeah.
I can be properly.
Yeah.
If I'm writing love songs all the time, they're gonna think, raw, sweet boy. Nah, but when I'm in love though, hey.
It
can
really happen. It can go like that.
Yeah, she'll know about it.
It'll be out there.
She'll know about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I'm doing whatever I'm doing and I'm being a bit of a so-and-so,
right,
I'm human. So I've got songs and all these different things because I feel like I've got different sides to me. I know, man, then, bruv. Like, obviously, it's branding and it's maybe my openness to do all these type of things has probably maybe hindered my branding at times. Because people want to see you as one thing. People want to put you in a box.
Yeah.
So it's like, you might have one of the mandem who's a drill rapper.
Yeah.
And funniest guy you'll ever meet. Big, large character, always laughing. Don't mean he's lying about what he's saying.
Yeah, hundreds.
But like, he's not that person all the time.
Yeah.
But in his music, he is. But it's branding, isn't it? Because if he was busting bare joke in his songs all the time, people might think, right, he's not a serious man.
Yeah.
One people want to tap into that frequency.
Yeah.
It's about what people want, what box people want to put you in.
I agree. I also think yes, because I've struggled with that. Like as a director, as like I model like boxing, whatever. The people know I've got too many things, and you get it.
Yeah.
But like being booked for certain things or whatever, people want a level of exclusivity. This is you. This is what the service that you can provide, and this is what we'll feed. Do you get it? This is what we'll invest in, which I think it's worth it if you're planning to build a business off the back of that, but don't limit yourself, because I just shift my input or self-investment. So like last year, I was running around and doing a million things and it worked for me. The year before, I was doing the same thing. This year, I'm solely focusing, like 80% of my time is just recording, pushing the pod out. And it's worked. Do you get it? And you see certain things like, cool, when I put this amount of time into this, this is the outcome. Yeah,
I think that's the thing, is managing time. Like for me, I don't have any problem. Like I will never box myself. So it's like maybe when I was before, like it was a hindrance to be like so openly in many different lanes. But as I've stretched even further than music,
Right.
it's becoming a blessing because I'm just able to do different things. But like, also people don't get shocked. If I come up and say, yo, I'm acting in this, nobody's gonna say, oh, Rod, just acting. Like, you've seen me do little bits and bobs.
Yes.
If I'm directing something, they're gonna be like, oh, just, like, it's not. You know that I'm a man that could direct something, could act something, could be like doing a creative input on something.
You wear different hats.
Like, I could wear different hats, and you're comfortable with that concept. Because also, it's a problem when you want to now step out of your zone, and people are like, oh, what's he doing that for?
Right.
And they're not even taking you serious. I think there's very little I could do, and people will be like, oh, just can't do that. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like I've shown that I'm someone that will do many different things.
You're multiverse.
And therefore, people will receive it when I do it. But I think sometimes people will be a footballer all their life, and figuratively speaking, and then want to play golf. And man's like, man, he can't play golf.
Yeah.
I mean, someone did it recently. I think Bell did it, but that's a bad example. But
don't kill me.
But you get the point. Like,
yeah,
he was like,
yeah.
oh, I bet he's whack. People were like, oh, I bet he's whack.
Yeah.
Even me, I'm thinking, is Bell any good at golf?
Right.
And this is me. This is who's saying it. But that's what I'm thinking. Though.
I hear you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
At one point, it might not benefit you, but I think later down the line, if you keep going and keep pushing, because I got bare ideas. I got all these ideas, business ideas, creative ideas, show ideas. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably have a podcast of my own one day. God
Period.
willing. So I'm saying, but
Yes.
I've got bare different ideas, but it's a case of
execution.
Yeah, timing, execution, what to do first, managing your actual literal time.
Yeah, and your life.
To focus on life, doing all kinds of stuff, because life was always going to throw them curveballs at you.
100%.
So yeah, man, it's just. But I'm cool now because I don't know. I just don't really care as much.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I hear you.
I'm in a space where I'll do whatever the hell I want to do.
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, whatever. Like,
if I feel like acting today, I'm acting.
If I pop
today.
on and say, yo, I'm acting in this thing, don't look at me like, where's the next music? Just watch the thing.
Yeah. One week at a time,
when I pop
guys.
up the next week and I say I'm dropping a tune, then there's the tune there.
Right, yeah.
The man's doing whatever I want to do because I'm capable of doing multiple things, innit? So I've directed music videos for people, do you know what I'm saying?
Sick.
I've done different things. So it's like, but I like it, like I just like creating stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear
like
you.
doing stuff. So
you're
I'm trying
creative.
to do these different things because I like doing them.
You enjoy them.
Yeah, so why not, innit?
What period?
Do you know what I'm saying? Why not?
When it comes to acting, obviously you actually have an Instagram page, Rap and Drills Film.
Yeah.
Or something.
Short film, Rap and Drill, yeah.
Yes. So I want to know, A, where did the love of acting come from? And B, Rap and Drill Films, the page, the things you've got on there, like, where did that come along? Why did you want to go into that?
So I always wanted to get into acting, yeah, but you know, like when you're not like trained in acting the way some people are, it's like, right, how do you even break into that manner expecting X, Y, and Z? So I'm like,
right.
Cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to kind of show and prove. You got to create your own platforms. So I said to myself, first, I'm going to test it out. The easiest way for me to test it out is to mix it with music, because everyone knows that I rap anyway. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I've always loved storytelling music, innit? Like from way back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I love that. Like narrative.
Yeah, man. Like I remember
what's
the first ones that I used to bang out. Like, obviously you got loads of the American ones, but like UK wise, I remember the one that really got me, which probably is a large influence on even how I tell stories now today.
Okay.
Was they had the Scorcher, Wretcher, and Bashy one.
Yeah.
And I just used to, and obviously it's a story, innit?
Yeah.
But I just remember being in school and I had that song on my phone and I used to listen to that song over and over. Like, I love that song, bro. Do you get me? Like, obviously, I remember seeing the video too, but I just thought it was sick. So I've always loved storytelling type of stuff. I was always like, I'm going to do that one day. But I told stories before, but like from a narrative perspective, like one person telling the story.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm going to mix it up, because also it was lockdown and I was like, yo, let's get this TikTok thing going on.
Popping.
Why not?
Yes.
Because I got bare free time in my hands. The studio was closed, everything was done out. You know, first lockdown when everyone was really like...
That first 6 to 8 months we were like, inside.
Everyone was really like, actually, everything was luck off.
Yeah, clubhouse times,
like,
innit?
Yeah.
What a period.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going to jump on there. Started telling some short stories on TikTok, and I put them on Instagram too.
Yeah.
And like in rap format, people was loving it. They was going viral. I was like, yo, let's turn it into an actual short film.
Sick.
I was planning it anyway. Then Link Up TV and we started rapping with them, Hardest Bars and that, picked them up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started working on putting together a proper short. And obviously, I write all the stories.
Right.
I write all the music.
Sick.
I write the scripts.
Sick.
I cast it. I pick the locations.
Full director mode.
Everything.
Producer, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And then they help me produce it.
Sick.
And help me pull it all together and pull the strings to make happen what happens.
Sick.
But yeah, literally, I'm there chatting to 25 cast members, sending them scripts, and I'm like, yo, this is like, like you look at your phone like,
yeah.
I was like, bro, 30 people like, asking questions. I'm like, oh, this director life, especially for a project with like 25 to 30 people involved.
Long.
It's techie, but I love it though.
Yes.
The feeling after you finish a shoot day is lit.
It's amazing.
When you get home, you're like, the shoot went smooth. I'm gassing myself now. I'll go. Hey, when I get I'll write part 3.
Yeah, period. But, let's do it. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So then I created the platform that I wanted to create, whereby I get to, number one, show off multiple of my creative skills, because I'm doing like 6
different things.
I'm wearing like 6 different hats.
Trust me.
But also, I then got a platform to do a little acting in there, and it's still related to music, so it all makes sense. But yeah, get to show off a little thing, a little bit of my creative side, rather than just doing it the conventional way. And yeah, so we obviously on TikTok it was Rap and Drill, and now do different seasons of Rap and Drill. So I did Rap and Drill, and then I did Rap and Drill 2, and I thought, I got to think up some more creative names.
Right.
So no, because I didn't want to just be Rap and Drill 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make the overall thing Rap and Drill,
right,
and then do series of Rap and Drill.
Sick.
So I did like Money and Problems, The Plug, Draw Out. Like there's loads of them. There's like 7 of them that was on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I released the songs on streaming platforms too. And they did well on streaming actually.
Yeah.
And then then we did the one on YouTube. And then the series on YouTube was Rap and Drill Fresh Home.
Right.
We did Rap and Drill Fresh Home, and then we did Fresh Home 2. And then and then I created a separate Insta page, TikTok page, which was doing well on TikTok on there as well. And yeah, man, so it's got its own little platform there for the series. To be fair, some of the people have been on me for part 3, but life's been doing life.
Life's been life.
So it's been a minute, but it's coming definitely. Just, yeah.
Okay.
Timing, but it'll be worth it.
I'm excited because I feel like a lot of people don't know that side to you. They might have heard you or seen little things, but I think people think music. When your name comes to mind, it's music. And it's nice that you actually publicly display that other side and you're actively doing that. Because a lot of artists they do well with their music and it's amazing and they do other stuff, but because they don't show their personality or they don't put that work out there because of maybe the persona they've put up as an artist or whatever, it's almost like you can't respect it. But when you have publicly just been like, you know what, fuck it, like, yeah, I'm a rapper and I'm doing my thing, I'm an artist, I'm doing my thing, but I'm also a director and this is the shit that I do. I'm also an actor, this is the stuff that I do.
I think that's what it comes down to. I think I see myself as more than a rapper. So I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
But like I'm many things.
Yeah.
I think if I only looked at myself as just a rapper, then I'd probably be more boxed as well in my branding.
Right.
But I don't look at myself that way.
I hear you.
So therefore, I wouldn't. It don't make no sense to box yourself because you don't even view
you're
yourself
not even
that way.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, I don't know. People.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not gonna do that. But then I think personality is so important as well in terms of people want to know what you're like so they can know whether they want to buy into you or not.
I always say you are your brand. Yeah.
I get that because I'm similar to that.
Yes.
Like if I know about someone and I think they're an idiot, I'm turning the song off.
Yeah, period. I'm not even listening to it.
If I know you've been doing all kinds of fuckery
right.
and XYZ
right.
and doing things that I really don't agree with,
period.
When I'm listening to your tune, I'm not rocking with it like that because I'm thinking, but my man did this and this girl told me that and
100%.
And this came out and that came out and you just did certain things that I don't fuck with. Then I'm like, I struggle to listen to the song, not only because you might be lying in the song, but just because I just don't rock with you.
Yeah.
So people do want to know you personally. And I say over the last year and a half, when I've been doing more of the stuff that shows my personality outside of the music, people know me a lot better now. Because before it was really just tunes. You wouldn't really, before like 2020, you wouldn't really hear me talk online. You just would
Your
have heard.
personality went out there.
Nah,
like
man,
that,
you would have heard my songs. Obviously, my personality's in my songs.
Yeah,
bits and
yeah,
bobs, but like you would
outside
never
of
heard
that.
it outside of that. And then obviously, rap game was a big one for that because it's bare talking, bare chattings, bare. So, what do you think of this? And interview and bare talk.
What was that experience like for you?
It was fun, man. It was lit still.
Yeah.
It was intense. No, it was
Do you feel like you were ever musically tested the way you were during that series?
No. You know why? Because that's the first time I'd ever been forced to create.
Right.
So like, no one's ever said to me, "Oh, you got to write this by tomorrow."
Yeah.
It never happened. Oh, you got a few hours to write this.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not something I've ever experienced. Like, I write when I run a write. I go studio and write on the spot if I want to.
Right.
Or I write in my bedroom or in the car. Like, it's never been a, you must write this now.
By this time,
because
this
we're
needs
filming
to be,
in 2 hours time.
Yeah.
Or we're filming tomorrow. Like,
right.
So I was like, to be fair, I'm too competitive for it to have affected me because I'm like, let's go. Like,
you're like, no, I gotta get this done.
Like,
yeah.
I say it now, but at the time I was unfazed by that.
Really?
I was unfazed by it.
What does it feel like to be obviously living in a house with all these other people, all these other talented artists, and on top of that, you got cameras on you, and on top of that, your music, your artistry is being tested, and it's all being filmed, and you know that the people's is watching. Is that something that you even had in the back of your mind, or is it just more like you were there and...
The most comfortable part of it all was my artistry being tested.
Yeah.
Wasn't fussed by that at all.
Yeah.
Confident in my rap abilities and my skills. I'm confident in translating who I am through my lyrics.
Sick.
That I can do.
Yeah.
I know when they say, "Raw, this is your task," write about that. I was confident that I could put my spin on it to make it sound like Jest though.
Yeah, and
so
deliver.
when the man them hear it, it's not like, who the fuck is that
guy?
Or
like, who you trying to imitate?
It's
or,
like, clearly this is me, but my version of it. So, but the reason why that's important is because they might tell you to write about this or write about that, or today's topic is XYZ.
Right.
Now, if you are not at a stage yet where you can translate who you are into an unusual setting for yourself, your bar's not going to come off right.
Yeah.
Because it's not something you would usually write about.
Right.
So they're saying write a song for a ring walkout, like MMA thing.
Yeah.
Man's not writing about that on a normal day.
I hear you.
However, also I'm someone that has the ability and has written for other people, and like I can concept write.
Right.
So in that sense, if I wanted to just concept write, I could have. But because of the circumstance, I wanted it to be from me. Because you're on a show competing as yourself.
Yeah.
So it's not concept.
For yourself.
I'm not writing for someone else. I'm not writing for a show or for an ad. It's not concept writing in that sense. I'm writing this as me, my spin. But again, that wasn't too difficult for me. I would say all the other things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man, filming you brushing your teeth in the morning and that.
Right, waking up.
Wake up, that thinking,
casually out of bed.
bro, I probably look beat down right now.
Did you ever watch it?
First thing in the morning.
When you came out, did you watch it back?
The show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it, man. I wanted to know what's going on.
It's like, I need to know what you lot made me look like.
Yeah, man, you know, like, listen, they put a whole week into an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, what did they put in there?
Yeah.
What did they not put in? Like, I need to watch it. So I watched it, definitely. Yeah, man, those morning ones where you're sitting around the table doing the morning debrief. You know how these shows work, and then you got to talk about whatever. And I'm eating a bagel. I don't even eat breakfast more time.
In it word, now I'm eating food.
Now I'm eating food. It's 9 a.m. I'm like,
casually
my stomach's
chopping up
baffed.
fruit.
I had breakfast more times on that show in that 6 weeks than I'd ate in the 6 years before. I don't even always eat breakfast. I'm there eating enough cereal, breakfast. I don't even eat cereal in the morning. Adults don't eat cereal in the morning.
I hear you.
Dude, who does that?
Who does
if
that?
I'm going to eat cereal some other time of day.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's little things like that. And also it's like what you said, innit? I think that's the thing that I was most proud about. Because I'm not really... I'm good with my words. I don't really mince my words too tough.
Right.
So I'm going to say what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm good with my words in terms of I can articulate it in a way and get my point across. But at the same time...
I'm going to tell you how I feel.
6 weeks of chattings.
Yeah. With the same people in the same space.
Anything could have been in there.
Yeah.
And you're talking about some sensitive topics. Sometimes it might have been a race issue, or it might have been like you're talking about your past, or you're talking about family, and you're talking about things.
Like private things, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, raw, like, I sometimes think, I know I didn't say that I'm crazy, but in the back of your head you think, raw, like, I just did an hour interview with them. I can't even remember everything I said.
I hear you.
I was free flow.
Yeah. You're just off the dome.
I was just flowing.
Yeah. I hear you.
Do you know what I'm saying? I was just...
That's wild.
I wasn't thinking about it too tough.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Perception, mainly, is that one thing.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? I didn't think about it till afterwards. So I wasn't filming, thinking, oh, what am I going to say next? When we finished filming and I got back to London, I thought, wait.
Hold up.
I'm like, hold on a minute. Hang on. You was out there for 6 weeks doing chatting.
Yeah, because you're in a bubble,
what could
innit?
you have, like, you know, I'm glad I didn't think about it at the time, because then I would have, like, been weird on camera. You know, if you're too conscious of it, you get weird. So, like, luckily at the time, I wasn't really thinking about it too tough.
Right.
I think I've been on camera a lot, so
yeah,
you can kind of get comfortable with it. Like,
when did you start making music? How old were you?
Seriously or just period?
Period. And then we can talk about seriously.
The first time I ever wrote let's say the first time I recorded a song in the studio.
Right, let's do that.
I would have been 15.
Oh, wow, okay.
You know, most of the men them start around 13, 14, 15 in their bedroom somewhere doing a little something.
Oh, 1, 2 bar, little freestyle.
He's got 8 bar for this.
Yeah. 6.
You know what's there? Yeah, what's there?
The throwback.
Oh, what is it? Oh, who wants to jump on it? Like,
I love that.
You know, but like
organic things.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So I would have been like 15. I was alright. The man them in school thought I was lit. I shut down the school playing. Hey, lunchtime.
Yeah.
Ask the man them. I'll call one of them now.
Bring him.
Listen,
Let's do it.
Lunchtime, I was the guy.
What, a freestyle
from like
thing?
14, yeah, like freestyles. And
Did you go bar for bar, or what was it?
I would run a beat, we'd run instrumentals, and everyone would rap. And then, yeah, man, one time I came through, did my thing, and the man was like, raw, like, spazzing out.
Yeah.
That's the first time I thought, raw. You know, I hadn't even rapped those to my older brothers yet. I just thought they might say it's meaty. Rapped to the man, them, they went nuts. I was like, raw, I might have something here, you know?
Right.
I might be all right at this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And you get that first buzz for like rapping in front of people.
Yeah.
That's why we're a little bit show off sometimes, because we started off rapping with the guy. Like,
with the
man. It's about the reaction from the people.
The hype,
you knew
energy.
You had a mad bar when you rapped it to the man them, and everyone went nuts.
Yeah.
It's almost like
the man them are running across the playground.
It's almost like I was listening to a podcast the other day. No Diary of a CEO.
Yes.
I banged that out, yeah.
Love it.
And I was listening to the James Bay one, I think it was.
Okay.
And he's talking about how he used to like test his songs out in like the local pubs or whatever, just go and doing little local shows and whatever.
Nice.
And when he would write his songs, like when the crowd reacted to a certain bit, he'd be like, right, I've got something in that bit. That's kind of what you did with a man them.
Like, trial and error.
No, like, because you'd rap a bar today and everyone would go nuts at this one and not that one.
Yeah.
Or you have 3 verses. And then this one's the wheel up bar, they'll call it.
Yeah.
Then you know what, this one, there's something in this one.
Yeah, this one we're keeping that one.
This one's getting rolled up every time I rap it.
Yeah.
You know what's there?
Yeah.
Every time I drop this one, to the point where the man will be like, oh, rap that bar with rap that one.
Right.
They want to hear that one. Because them days, we weren't going studio yet. So it's like, the only time they hear it is when I rap it.
Yeah,
direct.
Period, yeah.
We just about started getting phones to record it. But yeah, man. So that would have been when it started. Progressed, I was rapping, doing things with my older brothers and a couple of the man them, making music, doing what we was doing. We was active, actually, considering it was school times. We were super active.
Yeah.
But then life, I was a bit younger. I was the youngest out of the man them that was making music. So
okay.
One of my brothers is 4 years older. One of them's in the school year above me. And then there was another brother who was like 4 years older than me as well.
Okay.
So like, they're hitting uni and different things. And
that separation started
to become a thing.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't before, but now man are doing jobs and separation and misses. And
they're a couple years ahead. They're not here no more.
Yeah, bare things going on. And then it got to the point where I was the only one that was really like on it. My bro's like, bro, we think you're the best anyway. Just do your thing.
Keep doing it,
We support it.
Yeah.
Until then, from then till now, they're still part of the team.
I love that.
Everything I do, I'm running by my bros and my mum, and I used to run it by my dad as well. So that's just how our family's like. But but then man went uni, obviously.
Right.
Did my thing.
Where'd you go?
Got my little degree.
Where'd you go?
I went Kingston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I went uni.
And you studied?
Business management.
Sick.
Yeah, so I did that. Got my degree in that.
Lovely.
Then
graduates. Where you
gang shit.
Come on.
So then I went after that, I was doing a job thing for a bit. Like it was killing my creative vibes.
Yes.
I was juggling for a bit. I was like, nah, man. There's so many hours in a day, but you see, when you're tired, you ain't even got the mental capacity to do other things.
It gets to a point where you have to choose.
So from 21 to 23, I was a bit on and off with it. Like I was on it, then I wasn't. Then I took a 4-month break, and then I was on it again. And then around 23, I was like, all right, let's try and do a thing. And to be fair, I still wasn't 100% consistent at 23. But at least
but that was like
at least then mentally, I was like, yo, let's do this.
Yeah.
And then obviously life happens.
Yeah, as it does.
But outside of that, I was consistently, if it's freestyles or if it's I'm just dropping an audio or I'm just doing something.
Right, you're active.
I was active. There was one point in like 2019, I was doing a freestyle on my Instagram, Free Smoke Sundays.
Right.
Every week. I did like 40 weeks in a row or something. Like every week I was dropping a freestyle.
Almost a year.
Then I started turning some of them into songs. Even if I'm busy or I'm working, I'm like, well, what can I do that keeps me moving? So I'm not letting my thing go to sleep. Like, just because I've got to live.
Yeah.
Keep
things in motion.
Yeah, I've still got to pay bills and
period.
X, Y, Z and I'm doing still got this L coming at you, that L's coming at you, you're trying to pattern this, you're trying to do, that mad thing happened, you're trying to pattern that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, better things.
The drama going on and this is and you're trying to...
All of a sudden you're on minus.
You know what I'm saying? But you still wanna do that. So I was finding ways to keep it pushing from then. And then I think it clicked. When did it click into place? In 24, 25, it was kind of starting to click, but it was still a bit... I'll probably say that was my hungriest period. Like I was on it when I was 20. When I turned 25, I was like, I'm gonna take over the world this year. Right. But then obviously COVID said, no, you're not.
COVID said, sit back down.
COVID said,
Not
like,
today.
the way I felt robbed when I was 25, because I was like, I was so hungry. You know that I had the drive. I was like, yo, let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You're ready. Let's go now.
And then I just turned 25. My birthday's in January, so I just turned 25.
Right.
When the rumblings was end of the year, start of the year, they start talking about this thing that was going on.
Yeah.
I'm like,
1-2 virus, people getting sick.
I'm still just doing my thing.
Right.
Come March now, lockdown, boom, bang, boom, done. What was that? That was 2019, yeah. Or 2020 that was. I'm baffled by
20, one of them, 20, I think.
No, that was 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
That was 2020, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that whole lockdown period for me is one big year.
Yeah.
Maybe even two. Yeah. Just one blob of a time.
Yeah, so it's to be fair, it's mad. Now I'm thinking about it, it's all merged in together. I'm trying to think of it by my birthdays. Yeah.
I hear you. Lockdown gets you like that.
Yeah. So baffled, but yeah. So then I'd say 25 I was on it. Then obviously, like I said, COVID hit. Then by 26 again, I was like getting back into it, kind of.
Right.
But I don't know, 25 was an odd year because we had COVID, and then I was in a relationship at the time.
Okay.
We broke up. So then man was like in a different headspace because of that. And then man was doing this and that and whatever else I was doing.
Right.
And then
there was just too many.
There was bare variables going on. But you know what it is, yeah? It was like, it's a funny one. You can't just make any kind of music. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So it's like, man, I'm not trying to be making bare, pure heartbreak rhythms. But that's where I'm at right now. That's
I guess you could, and then just man,
you can't drop 10
but that's my point.
Row,
but you can make the rhythms and then just drop them periodically.
Nah, man.
Nah? Why not?
I dropped 1-2 joints. Don't get me wrong. In that period of time, I dropped the song which is my biggest song now, Gulag, which has got 1 million streams.
See?
I dropped that, which is not a heartbreak rhythm at all. However, I had the song before. So when I was going through that little situation, and don't get me wrong, handle our business. Man can, I'm not gonna even gonna guess it.
It's okay.
No, I'm not even gonna guess it. I'm not even gonna guess it. I'm not serious. No, obviously we're calm in that. You get me? Obviously, man's pattern.
Lol.
No one can't pop me down. No, but obviously, man was in my feelings, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
But then I already had music loaded. So whereas I didn't feel like writing litty stuff, it was calm because I already had some stuff. And then I had new inspiration because it was lockdown. So I did a song called Social Distance.
Okay.
Which was different. And that did well on my channel. And I did a song called Quarantine when my guy walks. And I had different kind of inspirations that was distracting me from that thing. You get me?
Right, yeah.
Because when I was just going to make my own stuff,
it was
like
straight.
The frequency I was on. So but to be fair, I was active in that lockdown. Musically, I was getting it done.
Yeah, hey.
I had some of my more successful songs at the time around that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were streaming well and whatnot. And then I did my little winter flow at the end of the year. Wrapped it up, did a little ventings.
Package the package properly. Put the bow on them.
Because as I said, it's not about 10 heartbeat rhythms.
Yeah.
It's about one thing, wrap it up, yeah?
Slap a bow
Winter
on that.
flow joints, end of the year.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Now you know what frequency man's been on.
Right.
You get it? Drop that one, boom. All right, cool. Now I feel like, all right, cool. I almost feel like, yeah, cool, weight off my shoulders now.
Right.
Because that's what it be like, you know?
Yeah.
You know when you got like bare things going on, it's like until I let this out, yeah, I can't just continue making music.
It's a standstill. I'm stuck.
I have to let it go.
Yeah.
Because then if I don't rap about it, you know what it is? My music, yeah. It's like it's honest to me in terms of like the vibe I'm in and whatnot, yeah. So say for example, if I go through that, yeah, and I don't ever address it in the music,
right,
it just feels like I'm faking it.
Yeah.
It's like,
or it feels like it just lingers. It's like there's a weight,
like,
it's just still there.
You're like if you're going through situations, anything that's evoking that much emotion, and you're not putting it into your music, what are you doing, big man?
Yeah.
Like whatever I was writing was just some hollow joint. So I'm like, no, I've got to address it. So I did that. You get me? And I'm like, as you've seen, I'm not a man who's afraid to talk the things when it comes to the emotions. I'll talk the things. So I did that, and I thought, okay, cool. I almost felt like, yeah, we can get it again. Boom, went into 26 feeling good. It was lockdown. I'd been running like a madman, like Mo Farah and them man there. 5Ks a day. I was one of them dons, posting up the 5Ks.
I tried that, but I
was one of them jarring dons in lockdown. I was one of them, man, 100%.
I started trying. I picked up bare new skills.
Nah, man, I was outside. All the gyms were closed. I was in a little park gym doing pull-ups and that.
Do you know what I was doing at the park?
What?
I hate myself. There was obviously, like, you know how everyone was doing the running thing. I thought, yeah, let me go and do a 1K because I don't run. I'm a boxer. I don't do that. I skip. I was like, bun it. I'm bored. I want to do something. I can't do pads or no one. Let me pick up a new skill. I bought nunchucks. Yeah.
You mash yourself up in it.
God forbid. I figured my way around the nunchucks. Don't get it twisted.
Is that your feeling?
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
I'm not on a nunchuck thing.
I did the things.
Yeah, nah, man, I was on a calisthenics thing.
Swear down.
So by the time I hit 26, I was in good shape. I was feeling good.
Okay,
like,
yeah. Things were aligning.
I said, it's danger this year. I said, listen, this year's dangerous.
I hear you.
Talk to me nicely.
Period.
Because I'm back.
I'm here.
That's how I was feeling.
Landed, yeah.
Started the year. That's when I started doing the TikToks and that.
Okay.
I was just feeling, all right, cool. Like,
yeah.
Get me. No one's going to tell me nothing.
Period.
I'm single now. I'm outside. I'm feeling good.
Strong.
You get me? I'm not gonna have my girl looking at me like, "Raw, why are you on TikTok?"
Yeah, I hear you.
So I was like, I could do what I want.
Yeah, it's you and it's your own mind.
So So I started the year like that, and then things was jumping. The social media stuff I was doing was jumping. The stories was jumping.
Right.
Everything was going well. The streams were jumping. And then and that was January, obviously, and then my dad died in February.
Okay.
So I was flying. This is what happens in life, isn't it? Flying. Pops passed. Then obviously that knocked me off all of that. And then I had to go back.
Yeah, and recenter again.
I had to go and like pull myself out of the dark place.
The gutter.
And it took me a minute. And then when I got round to getting back on it, things started to fly again, to be fair.
Sick.
That's when I got back round, not got my head around it, but I got my head around the fact that I have no choice but to keep it pushing.
Yeah.
I have no choice but to keep it pushing. Not only because life dictates you have to keep it pushing, but because I know what Pops would have said.
Yeah.
You get me? So it's the studio session I'm telling you about, what I recorded when I'm 15, my first proper studio session that wasn't a bedroom joint. who took me? My dad took me. Who paid for
Right.
it? My dad paid for it.
I
You get me?
hear
So
you.
like my whole musical thing, my mum and dad was always involved.
That support system
So
was
this is a
solid.
mission that man's not gonna let just
Yeah.
go to the side, especially not because he would want, you get me? So by the time I got my head on that, I was like, cool. Obviously, I was still in a dark spot, but like trying to turn the pain into purpose.
Right.
Yeah, and say, right, cool, this is gonna be the reason I do it, not the excuse that I didn't type of thing. Like, just let's go.
Yeah.
And then I dropped that's when I dropped the first rap and drill.
Mm.
And it went nuts.
Love that.
On TikTok, it went crazy. You're talking like, one of them got like, it was like 1 million views in a couple of days. And I was like, right, this thing's going quick. Then I just kept doing it and just kept going.
Sick.
The followers were flying.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I turned that to the YouTube thing and then that was going sick. I was involving like other TikTokers and YouTubers and some musicians as well, like to act in the short films and that.
Yeah.
And things were flying, innit? Things was going well. And then, yeah, man. So I nearly went on Rap Game that year.
Okay.
I nearly went on Rap Game.
What made you actually want to go on? What was the decision that you thought, yeah, cool, I want to apply for this and do this?
Well, they shouted me.
Okay, sick. Love that.
And I was hesitant at first. I won't lie.
Mm-hmm.
I was hesitant, but then I thought, nah, I'm on it. Like, I'm going to spin this.
Yeah.
That's what I was on. I was like, nah, I'm going to spin this.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I've been doing music for a bit and it's like, I was watching them and I was like, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
For the same reasons other people be hesitant, I was hesitant.
Right, yeah.
I wasn't sure, innit?
Yeah.
And I spoke to the bros and that, and they was like, you're mad. Do the thing. Are you nuts? What are you playing at? You know what I'm saying? Go on there and spin it.
Words.
Obviously, mumsy, not mumsy, like, you better get your ass on that TV.
Period. My son is on television.
Yeah, get your ass on that. Like, mumsy want me to do it. But my mum, she just be like, you be yourself and you do your own thing. But obviously, I'm thinking about it from more of a technical position. Like, I've worked hard to kind of build what I've been building.
Yeah, on your own.
I'm trying to make the right decisions.
Yeah.
Not just what seems like the biggest, glossiest decision.
Yes.
But the right decision.
Yeah, what works for me.
But then, obviously, I was lucky that I was meant to go in the year before because obviously I got to talk to my dad about it.
Nice.
So, whereas he passed the year before I actually went on, because I was going to go on the year before.
That year anyways, initially.
I was considering it that year. I spoke to him about it and he was gassed.
I love that.
He was gassed.
I love it.
He actually liked the show. He watched the show.
Oh,
I didn't know this.
No way.
No, I had no idea. So I called him.
Yeah.
I called him on my sister's birthday. My sister passed as well. But I called him on my sister's birthday. Usually me and him would celebrate on her birthday, have a drink or whatever. But he was not isolated near where I was. So it was still COVID times and he had certain things he couldn't really.
Right, yeah.
So we had a long ass phone call on my sister's birthday. I had a little via the phone, do you get me? Celebration, talk, whatever. I told him about it then. I was like, oh yeah, Pops, I didn't even show you. I'm considering going on XYZ.
Right.
And he was gassed and he showed me that he watched the show before.
I love it.
You get me? He liked Graph season. Obviously, I had a song with Graph, didn't it?
Sick.
So he knew who Graph was from when me and him did a song together.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I was rooting for Graph when he watched it. He watched the whole show. So I was like, okay, sick. So now I'm more gassed to do it, obviously.
Yeah. I love that.
And then, yeah. So then it never patterned that year anyway, for whatever reason. And then they hit me up again. Like, would you still want to, obviously we spoke to you last year, would you still want to do it? And I'm like,
go on then.
Why not, I guess, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, again, like I was then like, and obviously then I'd been doing the stories more and things were going well with the rap and drills. And I was like, is it the right time? Should I be working on the next rap and drill?
Right.
But I was like, spoke to the bros and that. I was like, nah, let's get it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to go for it. Don't overthink it and just...
Let's get it, because we can do other things afterwards. But this situation here, let's get it.
Yeah.
And then obviously went on there and did what needed to be done.
I love that. I love. I feel like that really brought you a lot more exposure.
Most definitely.
And really like, because I don't know if I came across your page prior to that. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, or even like your music.
No, loads of people would have discovered me there.
Yeah,
that's the funny thing about it, is people discover you from different places. Like some people know me from my song Winterflow. Yeah. Some people know me from my song Mo Salah. Some people know me from my song Gulag.
Yeah.
Some people just know me from TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, literally.
Solely, yeah.
Like, you got a couple 100,000 followers on there. People don't always know you from
Yeah.
anywhere else. Like,
Not anyone follows.
Yeah, people
through.
like, oh, I'll meet someone in Tesco. They're like, oh, I've seen you on TikTok. Like, that happens, bro. Like, you're putting content into different places. Like, people see you where they see you.
Yeah.
Some people now they just know you from rap games. They don't know anything else.
Yeah.
And every time you do something new, that, provided it goes well, that's a good thing, because that means it reached people.
Yeah, and you've different sources. Sorry, you've got different sources to speak.
I've got a season of stories that I did on TikTok called Boxes.
Okay.
Which is a long story season. It's about a guy who's a delivery driver and all these other mad things. It happens.
Yeah, check it out.
I got a story on there on my TikTok. And I remember someone saying to me, oh, like the guy, I seen in the comments like, oh, the guy who does boxes on TikTok is on Rap Game. That's who I was to them.
Yeah.
Like the guy who does the boxes story.
Yeah.
And every time you put out something new, it's like, oh, like I was on my guy Lee to the VI, his YouTube channel the other day. He reacts to rap music and that. Like, yeah, he's a sick reactor. Yeah,
love that.
So I went to link him and he's reacting to my Punchline King song. And then when he's on the stream, someone was like, oh, that's the guy who did Rap and Drill. And then I saw another reactor doing it, and then someone was like, oh, that's the guy who did Winterflow years back. I love this. It's like people have different entry points to you.
Right.
So that's why when people get in their feelings about being, you're the guy that ...
Right.
It doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because to everyone else, you're the guy that's something different.
Right. But
and
especially if you don't put yourself in a box.
This doesn't
even more
really
reason.
Matter. You're doing what you're doing, isn't it? Like,
right.
So it's like to some people, I'm just the guy they went to school with. That's it.
Yeah, I hear you.
It doesn't really matter. Like,
I hear you.
Who cares, bro?
Yeah,
like, so for me, it's like I don't really mind where you know me from. The main thing is if you know me, I did something, all right.
Yeah, as long as you know me.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We're cool. Yeah.
I'm not really too fussed about that.
Who would you say in your life, whether it's someone that you listen to, whether it's someone you had direct access to or relationships with, who would you say have been the most powerful or influential people when it comes to your music journey?
My music journey, in the literal sense, and like logistics in terms of how things has happened and coming through music, it's obviously with my family.
Yeah.
With my mum, my dad, my brothers. A large reason probably why I wanted to start rapping a little bit was probably because my older brothers were rapping, or spitting as they called it at the time, was grime.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, literally speaking, my earlier stages, my parents were helping me pattern everything I was doing. So in that sense, if you're talking creatively, like in terms of me being a rapper, like who's an influence on me? Is that what you mean?
Not in terms of like your sound, your artistry, but just you as an artist. Who do you think, when you look back at what you've done so far and where you're going, who do you think, okay, cool, I'm molded the way that I am because of you, or I'm partially like the way I've decided to be as an artist, I could pay homage to this person, or this person has influenced me to make this a part of my life?
I could pay homage to loads of people along the journey. I would in that circumstance, I would just pay homage to the people that made me love music, I guess.
That's nice.
That's the best way I could put it.
Right.
The people that made me love music first would have been like Diddy, Biggie, Mace, and then man.
Biggie or Pac?
Biggie, I'm Biggie.
Okay.
But I think that was because that was what was going on at the time. So I'm going to take you on a timeline.
Okay. You have to explain it,
yeah, because it started off with like you're watching the videos and obviously it's like I'm just a kid in it. So whatever's like my pops loved Biggie and whatnot. So whatever's running in the yard,
that's what you're.
It's the first thing you kind of fall for, the music in that sense. And then you're watching MTV Bass and that.
Yeah.
And Usher and the man there.
Yeah.
Confession. Hey, listen. That was my joint.
Stuff it.
Listen, when I fell in love with them, if I could sing, I'd probably be singing now.
Seriously?
What do you mean? Usher was the guy. What are you talking about?
Usher is the GOAT.
I was watching all them MTV based R&B joints like, yo, like, I'm trying to get me.
Yeah.
Like, I loved music, innit? But at that point, I didn't know what I was. Yeah. I just knew I loved the music, bro. Like, this is cold.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then obviously, I transitioned more heavily into the rap again. So it would have been like Jay-Z times. I transitioned from Jay-Z to like Lil Wayne.
Yes.
Lil Wayne was the guy.
Lil Wayne is
So
probably...
over the years, there's just someone else that would been making me love music at the time.
Right.
So from Lil Wayne, I think after that probably would have been 50 Cent.
Sick.
And then I think after 50, like 50 probably the last 50 and Lil Wayne would have been Lil Wayne then 50, but that would have been the last person that was like American first. That was like my main, like this is, and then I kind of transitioned over to the UK after that.
Okay.
In terms of what I listen to more often.
Okay, sick.
So there's certain consistents that still run through. Like you still listen to Jay-Z, you still listen to Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Then obviously he's Canadian, but then you start listening to Drake later and so on and so forth. But after that point, when like Channel U and that was there, I fell in love with that side of it.
Okay.
You get me? So watching all the Channel U tunes, and obviously my bros were doing grime, and then I remember seeing like Dizzy Rascal and them man there, and that was cold.
Yes.
And then I Love You was my rhythm. Hey, because what? Listen, word for word, Drakes, trust me. But then, man transitioned to, over the years, transitioned to the movement. I would say, Wretch gets Scorcher.
Yeah.
In my earlier, when I started rapping, that actually rapping my own bars,
properly,
they were my favorite. So I would say they were like the ones who made me love it, like love UK music the most. Gets Wretch, Scorcher, you know me, all the man them when they were doing the Westwoods and them.
Yes.
I used to run that shit on spin, 20 minutes long, however long it is. Yeah. I'm running the whole thing. You know, you can only fit one thing on your phone. I'm running the whole thing. This is all I got. Storage, This is all I got. This one rhythm's all I got, and I'm spinning it. Yeah. Trust me, them times there, you get me. So that would have been the main ones that started getting me to love that the UK scene. Yeah. And obviously over then it develops and there's loads of people. The scene was just growing and growing and growing. But yeah, man. But it's funny because I wouldn't say musically I'm similar to any of them really.
Right.
But so it's not like I'm necessarily a musical influence. I guess the one consistent amongst a lot of those people, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Wretch, Gets.
It's the earlier stuff, innit? Yeah.
I think one thing I've always liked is the lyricism, yeah. So I guess that's the one thing I can say they're influenced in that sense. Right. All my favorite rappers have always been like lyrically cold, like good with words. Okay. Like Biggie was sick with the words, just the flows, the storytelling. Yeah, I'm saying Jay-Z was sick with the metaphors, and Lil Wayne was sick with the metaphors, and then Wretch and Gets and the man was sick with the wordplay. You know what I'm saying? I was obviously then was listening to Captain Conan too a bit later than that. Yeah. Like everyone I've liked, like all my favorite rappers have always been people that have good wordplay. That's what I like, innit?
Yeah. Same.
So naturally you gravitate towards making what you like.
Do you know what I used to find very interesting is that I always used to say to people, and I thought it was a norm because obviously whatever, it was my thing. But I always used to what would determine for me if I like the song or not is your lyrics. Like I've always been a lyrics babe. Like if you can walk me through and I can visualize your story or what you're telling me, you got me. Yeah. I will take that over a vibe. A song that's just a vibe. But the majority of people will really listen to the song for the feel and the vibe of it and what they can get out of it rather than, I guess, the more, what would you call it? Like, not the brainier side, but do you know what I'm saying?
I get the like and the feeling of a song, but it's like if you've got the feeling, but the words ain't right, I can't click with it.
Right, I need to be able to somehow resonate.
It's like first thing, I'm feeling this. The instrumentation, the tone,
sonically,
the tone of voice, the sonics, the way you're hitting it, I can hear the emotion.
Right.
But then you're talking about something crazy, my guy. Now, if you've lost me.
Or the lyrics are rubbish.
Yeah, you kind of need. You ever hear a song start and it's like, oh my days, the beat is touching you in your soul, and the person starts rapping or singing, and you think, brother, trash. You've ruined a good joint.
It makes me want to cry.
So it's like that happens too. But I don't know. For me, I like there being layers to things. Okay. So I like you to be able to listen to my song many, many, many times, and you catch that I meant something much later. Right. Because I used to like that. When I said, oh my days, my man's he was really,
that moment that clicks.
He was really saying,
I
mean, that's cold.
Yeah,
I like that.
Cold, yeah.
But like, I'm a words man. You get me? Like I like them things there. I was always good at English and them things. That's my thing.
Okay.
So the first time man started to write music,
right.
there was always wordplay. Obviously, it wasn't that great. I was a kid, but from the first lyric I ever wrote, there was always wordplay.
Right.
I've never not done wordplay.
Okay.
Obviously, sometimes it's heavier than others. Sometimes you're telling a story. Sometimes you write naturally, innit? So depending on your mood,
right?
But depending on what.
It's your thing, though. That's your bag. Wordplay is your bag. Gonna be,
but you're writing music, but you are playing with words to some extent, regardless of how heavily you do it.
Yeah.
You're man. You get me? It's poetry. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's poetry.
Nah, it's poetry technically. Do you know what I'm saying?
Spoken word, poetry,
like, you know what I'm saying? That's the earlier form of it.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, I don't know about you, but when I was reading the poems and that, and the man was twisting up some metaphors and there was meanings in there. For me, it's like it just adds to it.
Yes.
But it needs to be done in a way that's still digestible and enjoyable, though.
But then if you master that balance, I think that's what separates an artist from just a rapper.
Yeah, and there's different types of music, so there's a difference between wordplay and punchlines.
Yeah.
Very big difference. So say, for example, in the song that I just dropped, Punchline King, is punchline after punchline after punchline after punchline. Right. But that's the concept. But then, obviously, some of it is just wordplay. Not everything is a punchline, in my opinion. Because I know a punchline don't even need to be wordplay. Like, it's about how the impact of the particular lyric. You could say a lyric which means what you said. There's no hidden meaning. But it's still a punchline.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It needs to hit.
Yeah, it's about the impact that it has as to whether it's a punchline. So you could do sick wordplay, but bro, it didn't hit like that.
Okay.
So it depends, but then you've got a different type of music. So I feel like with rap, like with emotions and feelings, there's wordplay in there, but it's less punchy.
Yes.
Because the way you're writing it, the position you're writing it from is not always for any line to stick out.
Yeah, it's the delivery of the actual full form, yeah.
And there might be loads of hidden layers to it, but it's written in a way where you don't even need to understand anything I'm saying.
Right.
You don't need to understand any of the layers.
Yeah.
You still get the exact same picture that's being painted. But then there's certain types of music where it's not meant to be like that.
Right.
So it's horses for courses. Some people will love the Kenny All-Star freestyle.
Yeah.
Some people will love Punchline King.
Right.
They're different types of wordplay.
Yeah.
Both wordplay, but it's a different kind of
within their own category.
Yeah, it's a different kind of way. I'm dressing it up a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying?
I hear.
So.
Okay. Is there anything that we need to look out for? Is there anything coming? Is there anything you want to put publicly out there?
Man, look out for more music, more content. I will do a project at some point. Rap and Drill Fresh Home Part 3 will come at some point.
Period.
Yeah, man, just tap into the socials and whatever I'm doing, you'll see it.
Sick.
All loaded.
I'm excited. I feel like you're an artist. I feel like nowadays I haven't really seen too many artists' journeys the way we used to. You don't really understand or digest how people are coming up or what their story is.
Just pop out with a song, innit?
Right. Someone will go viral overnight and now you're just doing your thing.
It's the viral thing. That's what it is.
Child. The social media's ruined a lot of things.
That's pressured a lot of people to feel like if I don't go viral, I can't make it.
Right.
And then people start trying to go viral.
Right.
So it's...
But then it's like...
it's techie.
Yeah, and there's that fear of the one-hit wonder, the overnight sensation, and then you fizzle out. But you're seeing your journey and how, like, openly public you've been with your journey in every regard. It's so refreshing and it's very respectable, especially with the times that we live in with social media and all this other stuff. I think your journey is something that I'm quite excited to see, and I think the UK are about it. But before we wrap up, listen, I got something for you. So you said you did English.
Oh, no. What's this now?
You see everybody, when I take this book out, you see the fear
Don't get a book out.
into their eyes.
What's happening now? You're gonna quiz me on something.
So at the end of my episodes, I basically make people do riddles.
Oh no.
So you see all this chit chat about English was my subject.
Cut the cameras, B.
Cut the cameras.
Dead ass.
Dead ass.
Cut the cameras. What do you mean?
It's no pressure. I think
pressure. There's a brain on the cover. The book says smart people. There's a brain on the cover.
Riddles for smart people.
Oh, the biggest thing it says on there is smart people. Look at the brain. Cut the cameras, B.
Don't let the book intimidate you now.
I'm intimidated.
You should not be intimidated. You got it. Why are you scared?
Riddles, you know.
I'll give you a riddle and you let me know how you feel after that.
Can I skip? Can we do that?
Yeah, we can skip. Yeah.
Give me a riddle. I'm gonna tell you first.
You're the first person ever in my 2 seasons of doing this.
Fuck out of here.
You said, "Can I skip?" I love that. You're the only person that's gonna get that option. No one else can get that. I want to see which one's the easiest out of all of these.
I don't baby food me off.
All right, fine. Pick a number between 1 and 1, 2, 3, 5. Pick a number between 1 and 5.
3.
Okay. I am a belt and I go around your waist, but I don't hold up your pants. What am I?
Belt around your waist.
But I don't hold up your pants. What am I? Do you want me to read it out to you again? I got you.
One of them things that like... Wait, say it again.
I am a belt and I go around your waist, but I don't hold up your pants. What am I?
Hold up your pants. Is it a play on words where they're talking about like wasters and trash and you got like the belts, the conveyor belts and something's on top of it?
No, but I see how you connected those dots. I would say think simpler. Yeah.
See, I'm too advanced. See, I'm a wordplay man. You see the word? It's different.
It's different. There's levels to this, honey.
I go around your waist, but I don't hold up your pants.
What other belts are there? I am a belt. I go around your waist, but I don't hold up your pants. So what other belt are you going to put around your waist? Please.
One of them, like, I don't know what they're called though, but you know like they use it to like brace themselves.
You're
like,
thinking
like,
too much.
Not.
I hear you, but you're thinking too. From when you said I don't know what it's called, I knew your head was somewhere else. I knew your head. You went from here to I don't know where. You went back to Croydon.
No,
child.
you're spinning
back
me.
to the
Wait,
south
it's a
side.
belt. It goes around your waist like a normal belt does.
I can guarantee.
But this one don't hold up your pants. What's going on here? You shaking me with this one. Hang on.
If you're living life the way you should, you would have used the seatbelt today. Oh, I said it.
Oh.
No, I've never done that, guys. Oh my God. But it was a seatbelt. But you see the levels that we're at now.
Yeah, but that's a trick question though.
That's not a trick question.
Because the seatbelt goes around your waist, but it also goes across you. So
yeah, but you don't need all the information. You just need the riddle, which is it went round your waist, but you don't hold up your pants. Do you want another one?
My thing was too advanced. Run the next one.
Pick another one between 1 and 5.
5.
Okay. I can't believe, sorry, my bad. I cannot believe I even said the answer out loud. I think your confusion.
No, I said it already. You just didn't hear me. And then obviously it slipped out because you heard me say it.
Oh, right. So you...
on the Darren Brown thing.
So as long as I'm not...
I said it still.
Cool. I can be short, long, fleeting, or photographic. Without me, you're lost. That one there, I'm not gonna lie. If I heard that,
I can be short, long, fleeting, or photographic.
Right. Without me, you're lost.
Memory.
Yeah, that was. Do you know what? I respect that. There was no way.
Talk to me properly, man.
There was no way.
Talk to me properly.
Swear down.
Yeah, man.
Do you want another one?
Oh, I don't know if I end on a high. All right.
Yeah. You got it. One more.
One more.
Pick another number.
Number 1. Uno.
Okay. Although I'm mostly empty space, my job is to catch or entrap things. Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
I'm out of myself as an overthinker, innit? Oh,
it's
mate,
okay.
I'm out of myself.
If you're not an overthinker as a creative, I don't know for you, child.
Say it again.
Although I'm mostly empty space, my job is to catch or entrap things. So what is mostly empty but can catch something? or trap
I'm gonna
something.
say a net.
Yeah, it's a net.
That's an interesting way of phrasing
Not
mostly
satisfied.
empty space, though.
Look, he's not
No, 'cause I
satisfied.
knew he was gonna say a net, but it's like the way they put it is trying to trick me.
Yeah, but it's a riddle. What do you want it to do?
That's 2 out of 3. I'll take that.
2 out of 3.
I'm not even, and yeah, man. And one of them I would have got, but you said it before I could say it.
Oh,
so I'm taking a hat trick on by
live
default.
on camera, you said it, and then I repeated it, and now you're trying to flip the script.
Get me one of those moments. He was reading. Yeah, one of them ones.
Yeah.
I'm officially a smart person because I got
You're
two of the riddles for smart people. So
yes.
Let's go.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm so grateful. A lot of the people don't know we've been trying to do this for
a minute.
For a while.
For a minute still.
For a minute. But we did it, we've landed. Music, Instagram, TikTok, all of his socials, all of the streaming websites will all be in the description below. Go follow him, stream his music, check out his TikTok, tell him Miriam sent you, do the things. Do you get it? Step by Conscious Conversations. Let's go. You lot already know what to do. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me, man.
I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, man. Good vibes.
It was a vibe. The TV done shut off halfway through the conversation. The logo's gone. But yeah, guys, I will see you next week. Bye.